ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तम् तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अल्पाक्षरम् असन्दिग्धं सारवद्विश्वतोमुखम्
अल्पाक्षरम्
अल्पाक्षरम् असन्दिग्धं
असन्दिग्धम्
सारवद्विश्वतोमुखम्
सारवद्विश्वतोमुखम्
अस्तोभम् अनवद्यं च सूत्रं सूत्रविदो विदुः।
अस्तोऽहम्
अस्तोऽहम्
अनवद्यं
अनवद्यं
च
च
सूत्रं
सूत्रं
सूत्रविदो
सूत्रविदो
विदुः।
विदुः।
उक्तानुक्तदुरुक्तानां चिन्ता यत्र प्रवर्तते
उक्तानुक्तदुरुक्तानां चिन्ता
चिन्ता
यत्र
यत्र
प्रवर्तते
प्रवर्तते
तं ग्रन्थं वार्तिकं प्राहुर्वार्तिकज्ञामनीषिणः
तं
तं
ग्रन्थं
ग्रन्थं वार्तिकं
वार्तिकं
प्राहुर्वार्तिकज्ञामनीषिणः
प्राहुर्वार्तिकज्ञामनीषिणः
प्रत्ययाशिवसूत्राणि आदेशागमस्तथा
प्रत्यया
शिवसूत्राणि
शिवसूत्राणि
आदेशा
आदेशागमस्तथा
आगमास्तथा
धातुपाठो गणपाठ उपदेशाः प्रकीर्तिताः
धातुपाठो
धातुपाठो
गणपाठः
गणपाठः उपदेशा
च
प्रकीर्तिताः।
प्रकीर्तिताः।
अष्टाध्यायी प्रवेशः नाम ग्रन्थस्य द्वितीय भागः। प्रथमभागे किं किं दृष्टवन्तः? संज्ञा, सन्धिः, सुबन्तानि, समासः न तु समासः कारक कारकाणि विभक्ति विभक्ति संबंधीनि सूत्राणि. All these things we saw in the first part. Very elaborately we did. We just didn't read only Ashtadhyayi Pravesha. Ashtadhyayi Pravesha is only Pravesha Grantha. It is not elaborate. It is for the Pravesha entry. After that we have to the sutras individually. So many are there. Pravesha alone, if you read, you get some glimpse, some idea of the book. But we have dealt with each topic elaborately. Okay. And what about the Karaka Vibhakti Prakaranam that we are seeing, that we will see on every Friday, weekly one day that we will do and complete that. It's almost done it is. Now, here, this Ashtadhyayi Pravesha book, this we will read, but we will take this as a support. You cannot read, go by topics discussed. You get some idea. You get some idea. In fact, if you see the Vishayanut Karmanika, the book, this if you see that it starts with Sananta, San Pratyaya. First, we have to get introduced to the Pratyaya. What are the Pratyayas? Of course, it does that. Introduction to Dhatu, then Pratyaya, types of Pratyaya. Then Sanadi Pratyaya is one, but not in detail. San Pratyaya is elaborate. We have done, in fact, in other class. Then Namadhatu. Sanadi means San Adi. There are Dvadasha Pratyaha. Sanadantaha Dataha iti Turtrena Atidesha Atideshitya Dhatunam Nishpattihi Bhavati Sanadi Pratyaha Dvadasha Pratyaha. 12 Pratyas are there. It's just giving the enumeration and helping us to form also, in fact, not getting in too much into the sutra. Then Krit Pratyas. There are so many Krit Pratyas, very elaborate. The famous one, Kshatru, Kshanaj, Nishta Pratyaya, Tuman Pratyaya, Tavat, Tva Pratyaya, Trich Pratyaya. They're all the famous common one which we use. There are so many other Pratyayas are there. So that we not covering elaborately, just mentions but we have to do it elaborately. So Krit also being a Pratyaya can be classified as Sarvadhatuka and Ardhadhatuka. You must be knowing what Sarvadhatuka, Sarvadhatuka, Pratyaha, Kaha, Ardhadhatuka, Pratyaha, Kaha iti. Kinshit Sarvadhatukam, Ardhadhatukam, Sheshaha. So Sarvadhatuka Krit Pratyaha, Ardhadhatuka Krit Pratyaha. Then only Ting Pratyas. So Tinganta, Anta, Tingantam, Kriyapadam, Kriyapada, Kriyapada Nishpatti, Samandini, Sutrani. So 10 conjugations and the respective Pranapratyas, different lakaras, then all the ganas, all those things he does. All the lakara also. Of course, not in detail. Just mentioning. This is only an introduction, Pravesha, however. Then Tadita. Tadita also is not complete, but important pratyas. Tadita is the biggest section. Okay, so now we will see the topic, not Sanadi. Cannot start with Sanadi. You have to start with the Tinganta. Tinganta is here. Ting Pratyaha. But before that, Dhatu, what is Dhatu? Dhatu Vishe Kinchit Parichayam Prapya. Then Ting Pratyaha. Dashaganaha ke Ting Pratyaha ke Lakaraha. Kati Lakaraha Santi. Lakarasya Vibhinnanam Lakaranam Arthaha Kaha Etesha Vishe Vistarena Pashyamaha. So that's first Tingantam. Then after that, Kritantam, then Sanadyantaha, Sanadyantam, etc. We'll see. So now from this book, we will read what is Dhatu. Yeah. Asking something, actually. Okay, now, Prasid Dhatu. Introduction is first Dhatu. What is a Dhatu? Dhatu, Kaha Dhatu? 22 pages, yes, but we have to see the Dhatus, related sutras, first we have to see. And then only we can enter into any prakriya. Okay, so Praveshaha. Dhatunam Vishaye Kinchit Parichayam Prapya. Anantram Tingan Prakriyam Pravesham Kurmaha. Kaha Dhatuhu. Dhatuhu Dadhati Poshati iti Dhatuhu. Dhatuhu Tun Pratyayam Yojagitva. Dhatuhu iti Rupam Siddhyati. Tun iti Unadi Pratyaha. Tun is Unadi Pratyaya. So Dhatuhu Dadati Poshati. Bhasham Poshati. Which nourishes the language. That is a Dhatu. And Dhatus which are given in Dhatu Pata. As given by Panini Maharishi, Dhatu Pata. Upadeshaha. Dhatavaha. Upadeshaha. Upadishtaha Panini Maharishina. Ye Dhatavaha. Dhatu Pate Vartante. Panini Maharishina. Krite Dhatu Pate Vartante. Te Aupadeshika Dhatavaha. They are Upadeshika Dhatus. They are Upadishtaha, given by Panini Maharishi. Ye Dhatavaha na Upadishtaha. Kintu Tesham Yadyapi Tesham Garanam na Kritaha Kartumapi na Shakyate. Kintu Ye Dhatavaha Pratyayanam Yojane Bhagavaha Pratyaha Santi Sanadi Pratyaha iti Taihi Ye Dhatavaha Nishpadyante Te Atideshika Dhatavaha. They are derived dhatus. So Aupadeshika, Atideshika. Aupadeshika Dhatavaha, Atideshika Dhatavaha. Aupadeshika dhatus which are given by Panini Maharishi, Upadishtaha Dhatavaha. Dhatus which are derived by adding pratyas. Pratyayanam Yojanena Ye Dhatavaha Nishpadyante. They Aupadeshika, they are Atideshika. So therefore, what is Dhatu? That of us we have to know. So then Dhatu all generally Dhatu will be with the Ita letter, the Anubandha. Anubandha Sagitam Bhavati Dhatu Pate. What is the importance of that Anubandha? That we have to see. The packing you have to remove. And the Dhatu first it has to be refined. It has to be processed. Like Dhatu Nam, Nonaha, Shahasaha, Shakara Di Dhatu, Murdani Shakara will be replaced by Sakara. Murdani Nakara will be replaced by Nakara. Then if the Dhatu is Idit Dhatu, then Numahama will come Idito Num Dhatu by that Sutram. So all those process first Dhatu has to be processed. Then we get the Dhatu ready for further operation. Then depending on what we add, whether it is Lakara, if you add Lakara, then what is Lakara we should know. Therefore, the Dasha Lakara Hasanti, Dasha plus one. In fact, Latte, Lang, Lot, Ling, then Lutul, Rit, Ring, Lung, Late also is there, Ashir Ling. Ashir Lot also is there, but Ashir Lot is same as Lot. If you count it, there'll be 12 Lakaras. So Lakara, what meaning Lakara is added? Like Vartamane Lat, Anadyatane, Lang, Bhute, Lang. So like that we have to see Lakara Artaha. Then in the place of Lakara Pratyas come Ting Pratyas. If it is not Lakara, then Krit Pratyaya. Krit Pratyayanam Yojane Pratipadikam Siddhyati. Krit Atita Samasascha. So Pratipadikam. So that we have to see. Krit Pratyaya, in what sense it is added? Kartari Arteva, Karna Vitpatti, Kartari Vitpatti, different Vitpatti is possible. So it depends on the Krit Pratyaya, in what sense. Or if it is Sanadi Dhatu, there also two possibilities are there. Dhatu plus Sanadi Pratyaya will give a new Dhatu, or you get a Pratipadikam also. There is one, there's some, under some Sanadi Pratyaya, some Pratyayas are there, which gives rise to a Pratipadikam. Nama Dhatu they are called. Nama Dhatu Pratyaha, like a Kech, Kep, Kesh, etc. They give rise to a new Dhatu. They are called Nama Dhatavaha, otherwise Sup Dhatavaha. They are also derived Dhatus only. Dhatu derived from a Pratipadikam, in fact. It is derived from a Pratipadikam. So the topic is huge. So first we have to start with the Dhatu. So therefore, Muna Rupena Dhatuhu Dhatavaha Vartante. So for introduction to Dhatu, what is a Dhatu? Sutrams are there. Two Sutram. Bhuvadayaha Dhatavaha. Sanadentaha Dhataha. All those things we will see. And then we get into the topic Tinganta. That is how we are going to do. And after covering Tinganta will take time. We are going to see all the Lakaras, including Lung Lakara, Lit Lakara, except Late Lakara. Late Lakara also, you can see some introduction, not in detail. Late Lakaras, that is a type of Lakara used in the Veda. Okay, so with this background, we will see. Now, I have got a list of sutras. In this order, we will see. First, we are going to see the topic Tinganta. The next topic is Tinganta. The same order of topics covered in Ashtadhyayi Pravesha, we have seen Sanya, Paribhasha, Sabanta related, and Karaka, Vibhakti, Avyayam, all those things. The next topic is Tinganta. In fact, in this Ashtadhyayi Pravesha, he has given in the Prak Kathanam, the different topics and how these are to be studied kind of connected. If you have time, please, you can read the Prakatanam. This is, it says, Vyakarna Shastrasya Parampara, the Shari Pravesha. That we know that the Parampara starting from Panini Maharshi onwards, Vartikakara, Patanjali, then commentary to that, to the Bhashyam as well as to the Sutra independently, Prakarna Grantaha, Prakriya Grantaha, Kaumadi Grantaha, Siddhanta Kaumadi, Bhagat Siddhanta Kaumadi, Madhya Siddhanta Kaumadi, Lagu Siddhanta Kaumadi, Roda Manorama, and commentary to Siddhanta Kaumadi, Tattva Bodhini, Vala Manorama, and commentary, and Kashika is an independent commentary that is there, and commentary to that, Padamanjari, etc. Introduction about those Grantha also, and Vyakarna, say Parampara, importance of Vyakaranam, all those things were seen. Then Varnaha, letters, under the Mageshwar Sutra, etc. In Ashtadhyayam Vishayaha, how these topics are arranged in the Ashtadhyayi. The first two chapters, as we saw it, it's about Sanya and Paribhasha. The next three chapters about the Pratyaya. And the last three chapters, the Pratyayas, which are added to the Prakriti. So first chapter, you can say, first two chapters about Prakriti. The next three chapters, Pratyaya. Prakriti plus Pratyaya results in they undergo some operation minute. And that is what operation, what happens, they are covered in the last three chapters, 6, 7, 8. So totally 8 chapters. Then Sanya. So many Sanyas are there. So that Sanya, then Ashtadhyaya Havagamanam, then Sandhi, Atsandhi, Alsandhi, Visarga Sandhi, then Suvanta, Sankhya Shabdaha, that also we saw derivations, Avyayani, Vivaktyartaha, then Karakani, that we saw elaborately. Now, Datavaha, Singanta starts. So Tingantam, Pradantam, Sanadyantam. So that also classification to be done. Tinganta is not just Tinganta. 10 lakaras are there, 10 plus 1. Then Kridanta can be classified, as I said, Adadhatuka Kridanta, Sarvadhatuka Kridanta. So all those things we have to see detail. After that only Tadita. Tadita is last. Okay. So up to that point number 11, we have gained some reasonable knowledge. So now, topic is Tinganta. For Tingantam, Ting is a Pratyaya. And Ting Pratyayas, they come in the place of Lakara. So what Lakara we have to know. Before Lakara, because Lakara is also a Pratyaya. Lakara Pratyayaha Dhatoha Paraha Bhavanti. Tataha Dhatoha Kaha iti Yatavyam. Therefore Dhatu Nam Parichayaha. For that, let us, we'll read this. First, we'll see the sutra, the 2 sutras, and then we will read from the Ashtadhyayi Pravesha. Bhuvadayo Dhatavaha and Sanadyantaha Dhatavaha. You can read from the website. It is given very elaborately. Ashtadhyayi Sutra Pata, you can always have a physical copy. It's good to refer. 131. 131, the section is, we have seen, it is, what is the content of 131? What are the topics covered in 131? Remember? Anyone? 131. Parvati, what is the topic?
Bhuvadayo Dhatavaha in that.
No, 131 in this one first chapter, 3rd section, Pratama Adhyayasya, Tritiya Adhyaye. तृतीय अध्यायस्य कः विषयः बहवः विषयाः सन्ति के you have seen some vishaya you can tell it prakaranam number 1 right
Yes.
uvadaya dhatuh is first one the next sutra is that is not about the dhatu upadeshe ajaranasika git starts from that it right
Yes.
upadeshe ajaranasika git
So, it sutras will be there.
it sutras up to 8 or 9 tasya lopaha right
Yes.
then after that अनुदातङ्गितः or अनुदातङ्गितः आत्मनेपदम्. So what are Atmanepada? What are Parasmaipada? The pratyas, I mean the dhatus. Dhatus are classified into Parasmaipadi, not Parasmaipada. Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi. Yesham dhatunam Parasmaipada pratyaha bhavanti. Yesham dhatunam Atmanepada pratyaha bhavanti. Tadapi Tritiya Pade Vartate Prathamadyayasya Tritiya Pade. It's a big section, relatively. Starting from 1.3.12 up to the end of this section, 1.3.97 or 98. So this is also to be known. So therefore, you cannot directly get into Tinganta immediately. What is a dhatu? Whether the dhatu is Parasmaipadi or Atmanepadi. First processing the dhatu. Dhatu is just a raw material. It's just like a vegetable we buy in the market. Then it has to be washed clean. All the process to be done, peeling for cooking, right? So all those things have to be done. Therefore, dhatu is what pratyaya you will add? Okay, lakara pratyaya, it is referring to some lakaras. And what pratyaya? Tiptasji, okay, that 18 pratyas are there, 9 plus 9. First, you have to know what dhatu is Parasmaipadi or Atmanepadi. That is given, discussed in this section 1.3. So therefore, this knowledge of this also is important. But we will not see everything, just saying. So 1.3.1. In this section, Bhuvadayaha Dhataha is Sanya is defined. It's a Sanya, all Sanyas will be in 1 and 2, first chapter and second chapter. Bhuvadayo Dhataha. In the third chapter, Sanadyantaha Dhataha, first section. Again, Dhatu Sanya is there, where dhatus are defined. Two places dhatus are defined. Means they are not same, right? Both are dhatu. Why it is given separately? It means there must be
Upadeshika dhatus and these are Atideshika dhatus.
Atideshika dhatu. Sanadyantaha is san, etc. They are pratyas. Bhu, va, etc. They are dhatus. Bhu dhatu, first dhatu of the first conjugation. Va dhatu, that we can take va is to be a dhatu of the second conjugation. Vati. Bhu, va. And there is some argument, some discussion is there on this also. Why Pani Maharshi has not given Vadayaha? He said Bhu Vadayaha. It is what is Va. So about that, some discussions are there. So I think it is covered in the website. Now the first sutra is Bhu Vadayo Dhataha. First we have to know what Dhatu is. Okay. Please repeat after me. Bhu Vadayo Dhatavaha.
Bhuvadayo dhatavaha
Sanadyanta Dhatavaha.
Sanadyanta dhatavaha.
After that, all this you will see one by one. Dhatu Adekeshaha, processing the dhatus, preparing the dhatu for further operation. Further operation, adding pratyas, whatever you are going to do. So all these are going to be up to here. Then what is a pratyaya? That also we have to know. Pratyas are discussed in the third chapter. Pratyaha, parascha, etc. So many. Then The pratyaya comes where? Before or after the dhatu. That also has to be said. He said dhatoho paraha pratyaha bhavati. Then lasya, the place of lakara, these pratyas will come. What are these pratyas? That has to be defined. So like that, then different lakaras, lakara artha, all these are sanyas. First we have to see sanya. As we first saw sanya before dealing with sandhi, because sandhi is samgita, that is a sanya. Samgita should be known, then only sandhi is. Because samgitayam, Shaye, that is adhikara, samgitayam. Then samgita, what is samgita, we have to know. Similarly, here also, since we are going to learn Tingantam Kriyapadam, but Kriyapada Nishpattihi, therefore, Mula is Dhatu. Mula Rupena Dhatuhu, Vartatyataha, Taha Dhatuhu, Tati Dhatavaha, and Dhatuhu, Vibhagaha, Tati, Tati Vidaha Dhatavaha, that is Upadeshika, Adideshika, all these things you have to learn. Now, website, Bhuvadayo Dhatavaha. Dhatavaha is Pratama Bhagavachanam. Dhatuhu Dhatu Dhatavaha.
Dhatu.
Bhuvadayaha. Actually, we know Sandhi. Sandhi part we don't have to discuss. We know very thoroughly. Bhuvadayaha. Adi Padat. All the other dhatus which are enumerated in the Dhatu Padadat. Kati Dhatavaha Santi. Visahasra Dhatavaha Santi Dhatu Pate. Bhuvadayaha. Bhuva Adihi Yesham Ke Dhatavaha. Bhuvadayaha Dhatavaha. Bhagavri Samasa. Bhuva Adayaha. It's a Sanya Sutram. Sutra Prakarha. Sutra Pravedaha. Idrisham Sutram. The Sanya Sutram. We have got Sanya Sutram, Paribhasha Sutrani, then Niyama, Vidhi Sutrani, Niyama Sutrani, Adidesha Sutrani. Sutras are the different types of sutra. Sutrani, Katividani Santi, Shat, we have seen. So one of the type of sutra is Sanya. Sanya Sutram. Bhuiti, okay. You read. Ganesh, please read.
भू इत्यादयः शब्दाः क्रियावाचिनी अर्थे धातुसंज्ञकाः भवन्ति.
Understand? Bhu ityadayaha means that why Bhu, in fact, one commentator says Bhu is Mangala Shabda. Om Bhu, Om Bhuvaha in Vyagrati comes first. That's why Bhu, Pani Maharshi has taken Bhu to be, Bhu is Prithvi. Jagannatha, Prithvi. So therefore Bhu ityadayaha shabdaha, these are words only. Shabda is a word, not a noun form. Shabda is just a word. That's why we don't use the word, to refer to only to the, no, we say noun forms, verbal forms, that is better. Noun forms are Namapadam. Verbal forms, Kriyapadam. Shabda is a common term referring to any word or anything. Rama is a Shabda, Bhu also Shabda. But Rama is a Shabda available for declensions, it can take Supratyaya. But Bhu is a Shabda which cannot take thing Pratyaya. Supratyaya, it is a Dhatu. So Bhu ityadayaha Shabdaha. Kriyavachini Arte means Kriyavachini. What Vibhakti, what Vachan Kriyavachini? Kriyavachini Arte Dhatu Sanyakaha Bhavanti. Pratipadikam of Kriyavachini is Kriyavachin, right? The Pratipadikam of is Kriyavachini. It's nakaranta shabda. Like how do you decline karin? Kari, remember, kari, karino, karinaha, right? Kriyavachi, kriyavachinau, kriyavachinaha. Saptami is karini, karinoho, karishu. The kriyavachini, saptami, ekavachanam. So kriyavachini means vacha, vachini, vachaha asya asti iti means kriyavachihi. Kriya is action. Vachaha is Vach means to say. From that we get vachaha in the meaning of the denoting the action of action. Kriya vachini. Arte dhatu sanyaka. Dhatu arte dhatu kriya vachini arte shabdaha. Shabdaha get a sanya dhatu in the meaning of in the meaning of the words denoting the meaning of the action. Kriyavachini arte dhatu sanya shabdaha dhatu sanyakaha bhavanti. Right? So
Yes.
Kriyavachini is like Karin Shabda. Karin Shabda, how do you decline? Kari, Karino, Karina. Remember the sutra. How does it become? Anyone? Do you remember Karin?
Yes.
How do you decline Kari?
After doing all itsanya lopas, then
No. Sarvanam, I want sutra. Sarvanamastane cha. Sarvanamastane cha.
Asambuddhi.
Asambuddho. Right?
yes.
That's what it is. Then we have one extension.
Right.
What is that extension? If it is, there is a Sarvanamastane cha 648 and the sutra which is there, which says that is for what is that? Sarvanamastane cha sambuddho. The very next sutra which says it is for inanta and inhan pushnariyam nam show. Sutra is there, right? Inanta. For inanta, in and pushnariyam nam show by that sutra. Sarvanamastane cha sambuddho, that is one thing. But in and pushnariyam nam show. Right? So in and pushnariyam nam show. Remember that. Saucha. Okay, Saucha is a sutra. Okay, that is a sutra. Saucha. Saucha. Right? Okay. By that it becomes Dirghadesha. Sarvanamastane Sambuddha, of course, it coming as Anubhuti, right? Okay, fine. Okay, anyway, that is our idea. Okay. So that is Kari, that's how we get Kari, Karina, Karina. So Shabdaha Dhatu Sanyakaha Bhavanti. Please continue. So Shabda gets a Sanya, Dhatu Sanyaka, which denotes the action, Kriyavachini, right? That which expresses action. That's called Kriyavachini. Kriya is action. Vachini is that which expresses, referring to action. Yeah, please continue.
व्याकरणशास्त्रे पाठितासु निन्यासु अन्यतमा धातुः इति संज्ञा प्रकृतसूत्रेण.
So you have to read like this. Vyakarana Shastre Patitasu Sanyasu Anyatama Dhatuhu iti Sanya. Anyatama Dhatuhu is not one word. Anyatama Dhatuhu Sanyasu Anyatama. One pause, small pause. Anyatama meaning? You cannot go word by word meaning. I'm just saying. Anyatama is there are many Sanyas are there. Not others. Among those dhatus, there is a dhatu, anitama. There is one dhatu, anitama. Vyakarana Shastre, Patitasu, Sanyasu, all these are Bhagavachanam. The different Sanyas which are taught in the Vyakarana Shastra, among them, there is another Dhatu, another Dhatu. Anyatama Dhatu, Iti Sanya. Okay, Tarka Sutra Diyata. Anyatama Dhatu is not, Anyatama is a adjective in the sense of, no, it is not the Sanya. Anyatama is that another dhatu, there's another sanya is there which is dhatuhu. Anyatama sanya vartate, that is dhatuhu. So, small pause. Vyakana shastre patitasu sanyasu anyatama dhatuhu iti sanya prakata sutrena vidiyate. All the words you know, what vibhakti, what vachanam, what karaka, everything you can know. Prakata sutrena vidiyate. This is karmani priyaka. Dhatu is
with that.
not with dhatu. No, V is upasarga. How can be with dhatu?
Dha.
No. Yeah, dhatu. Yes. Dhatu become diyate karmani. Diyate, diyante, vidiyate. What vidiyate? Prakata sutrena sanya vidiyate. Prakata sutrena, by the sutra, prakata sanya is the object. It's a karmani prayoga. Prakata sutrena, what vibhakti, what karaka, prakata sutrena?
तृतीया विभक्ति कर्तृकरणयोः तृतीया विभक्ति.
Of course, you have to say Kartrakarnayos Tritiya, where what else it could be, right? Kartrakarnayos Tritiya. So, it can be Karata, can we take Karta? Prakata Sutram, can take Sanya, Dadi. Can say, why not? Right? Kartrakarnayos Tritiya. Okay. So, this Sanyasu, Patitasu, all these are Adhikarana or Vishaya. Vishayeshu, Sanyasu, Saptami. Vishaya Saptami. Vyakarana Shastra, Vyakarana Vishaya, Shastra, yes, Vishaya. Or Adhikarana also. Of course, Adhikarana only, what else? Adhara Adhikarana. Anyway, so like that we can explore each word and find out Karaka and what Karaka, what Vibhakti, etc. Okay, please continue. We will not do, just you can do practice like that, so you can find out what Karaka, what Vibhakti. Yeah, please continue.
भू आदीनां शब्दानां क्रियावाचिनि अर्थे धातुसंज्ञा भवति इति अस्य सूत्रस्य आशयः. अत्र
Please read.
अत्र भू आदीनाम् इत्यनेन भूः एधः
Not boo, just boo only. No visarga.
भू एध स्पर्ध गाध बाध इत्यादयः प्रत्ययेण
No, prayena.
प्रायेण द्विसहस्रशब्दाः गृह्यन्ते. 2,000.
Okay. Continue. You can read the full paragraph.
एतेषां सर्वेषाम् आवली धातुपाठः नाम्ना ज्ञायते. एते सर्वे धातवः पाणिनिना धातुपाठे उपदिष्टाः सन्ति. अतः एते औपदेशिकधातवः इति नाम्ना अपि प्रसिद्धाः सन्ति.
The paragraph must be simple. You have to just go through quickly. So I just give a simple meaning. So boo, etc. These are in expressing the action. They enjoy the sanya, dhatu. That is the ashaya. That is the intention of the sutram. So boo adinam, adipadat, adinam shashti bhakti. Boo adinam. By that, boo eda is next to dhatu. Pasadatu bhu sattayam the dhatu part. Eda vruddhau. Then all these dhatu ityadeha prayena. Generally, I mean, they are about the prayena mostly, the 2000 dhatus. It's not exactly 2000. There are differences. different part of dhatu patas are there. Kshira Tarangini and Sayanacharya Madhavi dhatu pataha and Paniniya dhatu pataha. So there are the 2000 dhatus. Etesham Tabesham Mavali, the list of these dhatus, they're just the dhatus which are listed in the Grantha. The Grantha is called dhatu pataha. Edataha Panin Magarishina Upadishtaha. Therefore, they enjoy the name. Therefore, they get the name. They are known by the name. Upadeshika Dhatavaha. This is not a Sanya. This name. Upadeshika Dhatavaha iti namna Prasiddhaha Dhatavaha. Ye Dhatavaha Prasiddhaha Santi. Okay, these dhatus are known by Upadeshika. Okay, Kameshwar, you read.
धातुपाठः पाणिनीयव्याकरणस्य प्रायेण
Sahasram.
सहस्रं धातूनां संकलनं धातुपाठः इति नाम्ना प्रसिद्धम् अस्ति। अस्य धातुपाठस्य मुख्यानि वैशिष्ट्यानि एतानि।
So this is Pani Vakarana Dhatunam Sankaranam, collection of the dhatus which are 2000. They are known by the name Dhatu Pataha. It's a Grantha, the name of the Grantha. The important aspects of the Dhatu Patas are Dhatu Pata, the Grantha, the Pani Maharshi is given here. Please read.
धातुपाठे विद्यमानः धातवः दशासु गणेषु विभाजिताः सन्ति। वादिगणः approximately
It's okay. 1000 dhatus are there.
1000 धातवः।
This is approximately 1000 dhatus.
अदादिगणः approximately
70
धातवः। जुहोत्यादि
What is the word for 70? You know, number Sankhya also we have seen, right? Saptati.
जुहोत्यादि गणः approximately
Panchavimshati
धातवः। दिवादि गणः approximately
150. How do you say? Panchashatadika
एकशतं धातवः। स्वादिगणः
Trimshat.
अधिकत्रिंशत्
No, Panchatrimshat only.
पञ्चत्रिंशत् धातवः। तुदादिगणः 170. So
Saptatyadika Shata Dhatava 170.
धातवः। रुदादिगणः पञ्चविंशतिः धातवः approximately. धनादिगणः 10 धातवः approximately.
This is a Ganna which has got least number of dhatus. And Gaudigana has got 993 in one given. Approximately 1000, some say 1093, but this more. Anyway, it is more. Okay.
Then Krayadiganah 70 is Saptati. Saptatihi Datavah. Churadiganah
450.
450. So
Panchashat Adhika Chatushata.
Panchashatadika Chatushata Datavah. Etadrisham Vibhajanam Lat Lang Lod Vidiling Lakareshu Vidyamananam Rupanam Adarena Kritam Asti. Pratyekasmin Gane Datavah Punah Padam Anusritya Swaram Anusritya Antima Varnam Cha Anusritya Ruchitaha Santi.
Rachitaha Santi.
It's created.
Okay. So these dhatus are classified into 10 groups. Dashasu. Dashasu is Dasha Shabda, Nitya Bhagavachanam. Dashasu, Ganeshu, in 10 groups. Vivajitaha, Santi, Bhaj, causative. And Nishta Pratyaya. Vivajitaha, Santi. Okay, the list is given. Shall anyone tell the meaning? We know, we are not studying Tinganta for the first time. We have seen. Right? What is the meaning of this sentence? Ramaji, what is the meaning?
It is divided into 10 ganas, and etadrisham, the division, the let, lot, vidiling, lakaresh, vidyamananam, rupanam, adharena, kritamasti. The division
Adharena.
done.
Etadrisham vibhajanam lat lang lot vidiling lakareshu vidyamananam rupanam adharena katam asti. Meaning of the sentence is, I think all of you can understand, but what does it mean for why? What is the thing in that? Simple meaning, I mean, literal meaning, we know what it is.
Divided into sarvadhatukam and ardhadhatukam.
That it is, yeah, come and say it again. What is sarvadhatuka?
So the thing shit is sarvadhatukam. So latlang, lot, vidiling, lakaresh, they're all sarvadhat.
Sarvadhatuka? Lakara, not pratyaya.
Not pratyaya, lakara.
Sarvadhatuka, lakara. Lakara is a pratyaya only, you can say. But sarvadhatuka sanya, adadhatuka sanya, we know what is, right? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Thingshit sarvadhatuka. I think all of you know, right?
Yes.
After a long time, Thingshit sarvadhatuka. Then what about adadhatuka?
Shesha.
Everything else is adadhatuka, right? That is the sutra. But here, see, sarvadhatuka, adadhatuka, sanya only for the pratyayas. Lakara is also a pratyaya, but Pranil Maharshi clearly defined Thingshit sarvadhatuka. It doesn't say letter, lang, lot, vidiling, sarvadhatuka doesn't say, right? Thing and shit. What is thing? Tiptashri, sittasta, the 18 pratyayas and chit pratyayaha. Yeshu pratyayeshu. Yasmin pratyaye shakaraha itrupena vartate. Saha pratyayaha shit pratyayaha. So thing shit sarvadhatuka. And the rest are adadhatuka pratyaya. Now, he says here, it's an important point. This letter, lang, lot, vidiling. In this, the rule is when a sarvadhatuka pratyaya follows, there comes the gana vikarna pratyaya. Depending on the gana, when the gana of the dhatu, when the pratyaya is added to the dhatu, ting pratyaya, the gana vikarna comes. Whereas in the case of other lakaras, irrespective of the gana, only vikarna pratyaya comes, right? There is no gana vikarna. What is, can we say gana vikarna for future tenses? Sya? No. Sya is a pratyaya common for all the dhatus. Yes or no? Patishyati, yorayishyati, whichever gana you take. Tokshyati, whichever gana you take. So sya only is a pratyaya. So it is not gana vikarna pratyaya, it is just a vikarna pratyaya. That vikarna pratyaya is ordained when lakara follows. Whereas for this 4 lakara, when the ting pratyaya follows, when a sarvadhatuka pratyaya follows, gana vikarna is ordained. Kartari sarvadhatuke shap. I think we must be knowing all these things, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Remember? Ganeshi, others. Kartari shap. So, based on these four lakaras, based on the division is made. Lat, lang, lot, vidiling, lakareshu, vidyamananam, rupanam. Based on the forms of these four lakaras, the division of the dhatu into 10 conjugation, 10 group is done. Like for example, if I give a dhatu, check pat dhatu, patati. Patati, which conjugation, which group?
Vadigana.
Vadigana.
How do you know it is Vadigana? Why not it is fourth conjugation?
That Gana Vikranasya.
So-
Gana Patya,
So,
yeah.
Shan will come, Ya will be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fourth Gana. So suppose if I say Mriyate or Manyate, which conjugation?
Fourth.
Fourth.
So Patati and Manyate. From this, we can make out between the Dhatu and the Pratyaya. Dhatu and the Pratyaya, Ting Pratyaya, there is something in between. Pata plus Shapu plus Tip, Patati. Man plus Shan plus Te, the Shan, right? Is different from the first conjugation, the Ganavikana Pratyaya. Similarly, if we take Likati, which conjugation?
First.
Sixth conjugation.
If it is first conjugation, it will not be lik, it will be le. Yes or
Okay.
no?
Yes.
Angakarya will happen. But it is likati only, sixth conjugation. So there also dhatu and pratyaya you divide, split that. Lik plus then something is in between. What is something which is sha, not
Sha.
shap?
Yeah.
So the ganavikaranas are there, right? So this ganavikarana only for these four lakaras, not for the other lakaras. Therefore, from the form of the dhatu, we can know which conjugation the dhatu belongs, right? Belongs to. Suppose if it is ashnati, suppose I say, which conjugation?
Na is the
No,
Gana
five.
Na,
Na
nine.
is ash, ninth. So that the dhatu is ash, pratyaya is ting pratyaya, in between the ganavikana, shna is it is shna means it is ninth conjugation. So ashnati lat lakara. I'm just giving the example for lat lakara. Similarly for lot lakara also, vidiling also, it's all the other lakaras also, right? Understand?
Yes.
For lot lakaras, the form would be, suppose ashdhatu. Ashdhatu itself you take. Ashdhatu ninth conjugation. Ash plus shna plus tu.
Two.
Ashnatu.
Ashnatu, Ashnitaha, Ashnatu, the form will be like that. So, any lakara you take, right? So, therefore, that Ganavikarana, therefore, based on the forms of the Sarvadhatuka lakara, this letter, lung, lot, and ling, they are called Sarvadhatuka lakara. Panini Maharishi doesn't call. Okay, but these are called loosely, you can say. They are called, not loosely means not in the sense of real, you can call by that name, nothing wrong in that. But Sarvadhartika and Adhartika is Sanya for the Pratyayas. But the forms of the letter, lung, lot, and ling, you can, by that, you can, based on that, Panini Maharishi has divided the Dhatu into 10. See, only for the sake of, this four, in four, the Lakara only, the Ganavikana Pratyaya is there. So the forms of the Dhatu in four Lakaras changes. Changes. The form of the Dhatu changes with regard to four Lakaras. The form of the entire Dhatus. With regard to other Dhatus, the form will not change. It means the Sya is the only one common element for all. So whatever Dhatu and Pratyaya also is same thing, common. Whatever Purusha, whatever Vachana, the Pratyaya we add. And Ikana Pratyaya is also same. Only Dhatu changes. So depending on the Dhatu, the Rupam is. That's nothing else. Of course, the Pratyaya is, if it is Ganavikana Pratyaya, we have to see whether it is Sarvadhatukam or Adhadhatukam, then accordingly, if it is Adhadhatuka, Ittakama, those things will come. That's fine. But for these four Lakaras, based on the Ganavikarana, their forms are different. So therefore, Based on the forms of these four lakaras, Pani Maharshi has divided the dhatu into 10 groups. So Sarvadhatuka lakara rupena dhatu nam vibhajanam kritam. This is the meaning of this sentence. Understand? Why dhatus are divided into two
10
groups?
groups.
Because there are 10 groups. Because the forms, the Sarvadhatuka lakara forms, based on that. Based on that, it is divided. Why it is divided means the forms are different for the 10 lakara. The Vikrana Pratyas are different for these 10 for these 4 conjugations for the dhatus of the 10 groups. So therefore, we require that division 10 groups. Suppose we assume there are no these such lakaras, 4 lakaras not there in the language at all. Do we require this division? Not required. What's the division? Why should we divide that into 4 conjugations? 10 conjugations. Not required. You understand? Because Adadhatuka Lakara only, the Adadhatuka Lakara meaning only Vikrana Pratyaya. There is no Kana Vikrana Pratyaya. So, right? So, Patati and Nikati. See the difference. Or Bhavati and Nikati. See the difference. Bu become Bo Bhavati. Whereas Lik is Nikati only, not Lekati. Why? Because of Gana Vikrana. Right? Li doesn't become Le. Because the Gana Vikrana is different. Doesn't cause Angakarya. So therefore, yes, put that in those forms, those dhatus, those dhatus into the 6th conjugation, where there is no change happening. There is no guna Angakarya happening to the dhatu. Therefore, yes, put that in the 6th conjugation. And 4th conjugation, you will see that ya will be there. So in the forms of the dhatus for these lakaras. So that he has put in the 4th conjugation. And for the other dhatus, you will see Angakarya happening. That is Iganta taking guna, or Rasvaikupada taking guna. So that he has categorized in the 1st conjugation. Other dhatus also. In fact, 1st conjugation, we know it is not really a conjugation in the sense that left all the dhatus which are left over after classifying. Yes, just put everything in a common basket, which is the 1st conjugation. Right? So therefore, Sarvadhatuka Sarvadhatukanam Lakaranam Adharena Dhatoho Vibhajanam Krutam. Okay, that is the meaning here. So the need for the division of dhatu into 10 conjugation is for the sake of the forms of Sarvadhatuka Lakara forms of the dhatus. Understand? That is the meaning. The important point you can note. As I said, if there are no these 4 lakaras, we have only other lakara which are Adadhatuka Lakara. Then we don't have to divide dhatu into 10 groups at all. Only only one group. Just one group is enough. We don't require 10 groups. Understand? Makes sense, right?
Yes.
And pratyekasmin gane dhatavaha punaha padam anusritya, swaram anusritya, antimanam anusritya cha rachitaha. In each conjugation, dhatavaha padam anusritya, swaram anusritya. So in keeping in mind that what padam, that is kriya padam anusritya, swaram anusritya, swaram also, swara prakriya is that. And antimam varnam anusritya, what is the last letter? So depending on that, all these are, the dhatus are made, composed, written. Like, suppose we have the dhatu, we have the, see, the kriya padams are there, the language, it is. So we have to note here, the grammar is written for the existing language. It is not that grammar is written first and then language came to existence. Grammar is written for the language which is existing. So we have the list of dhatus like patati, kadati, gachati, nindati, all those. For that, I have to write a system, a grammar system. I have to, how these forms are derived. A system has to be derived. So nindati, suppose, is there. Patati, nindati, there's a difference. So nindati, the final form is nindati, and what should be the dhatu? What should be the moola rupam? From that only nindati has come. I'm just taking nindati as an example. Patati, the final form. What should be the moola rupa dhatu? That is pat. Similarly, nindati, what should be the moola rupam? It should be nind. But it is it is nindati, fine. That's why keeping in view the final form, Vani Maharshi has made dhatu as nidhi, making it as with the packing letter nidhi. So whichever dhatu has got ikara as idit will get numma by saying that nindati, the form will come. So keeping in mind the padam, accordingly the dhatus are all designed. Understand? It's not an easy job. Our rishis have done like beautifully like that. Of course, there are many dhatu patas and there are differences. So it means some dhatu patas, some dhatus would have been borrowed from the other systems, other dhatu pata. But this is how it is done. And there are swara beda also. What is the difference of swara beda? Because swara beda causes the difference in pratyaya added. The swara beda makes dhatu an atmanepadi or parasmipadi or even a state dhatu or anit dhatu. Remember, what is the swara beda? Anudatangitaha atmanepadam, you must be knowing, right?
Yes.
Dhatu has got the letter of the dhatu has got the swara, anudata, then the dhatu is atmanepadi, or the packing letter is a ngit, then it is atmanepadi. Otherwise, cheshat kartari parasmipadam. If the dhatu has got Nakara, Git Dhatu. Then it is Kartavipraye Kriyapale Atmanepadi, Paragami Kriyapale Parasmipadi. Like Dukring Karane. It's a Git Dhatu. Nakara is it letter. The packing letter. It's important. That is why packing letters are important. Similarly, Odit Dhatus. Okara is either two O Shvi. O is important. O has got something to do in the case of Nishta Pratyaya. It is not for no reason all these things are given. Some purpose is there. So not only Kriya Padam, we have to take into consideration what is the Kridanta Rupam, Anya Rupam also, all the Rupams we have to. So therefore it is the big thing, not an easy job. Huh? Then second point, please read.
धातुपाठे धातूनां स्थापनम् अनुबन्धेन सह कृतं दृश्यते. धातुषु विद्यमानानां सर्वेषामपि अनुबन्धानां प्रक्रियायां विशिष्टं कार्यं विद्यते.
Understand this. Let's be clear.
अनुबन्धेन सह
Anubandha means it letter. Anubadhyate iti anubandhaha. Itvarnaha iti arthaha. So Dhatupati in the Dhatupata, Dhatus are placed, Dhatus are there with the it letter. Anubandhena saha kritam drishyate Dhatupate. And Anubandhanam visishtam karyam vidyate. Prakriyayam. The Prakriya, like Idit Dhatu, for example, it has got meaning. Not only just Idit Dhatu is one example. Idit Dhatus are there. Udit, the Ukara as it letter. Uditova, by that, the Dhatu can take optionally. Those Dhatus which are got Ukara as it letter can take, with regard to Prapratyaya, Ittakama optionally. They become weight Dhatu. Those Dhatus which are weight, they become, even if the Dhatu is weight, with regard to Nishta, it will become Anit. You understand? So many things are there. So Prakriyayam, Visishtam Karyam Vidyate. Special karyas, operations happen. The Prakriya, Dhatush Vidyamanam Sarvesham, Anubandhanam. The Anubandhas have got special significance in the Prakriya. Special operations happen because of this Anubandha. Okay, please continue.
धातुपाठे कानिचन सूत्रसदृशानि लघुवाक्यानि अपि विद्यन्ते यथा चर्करितं च स्वादयः ओदितः आकुस्मीया आत्मनेपदिनः इत्यादीनि एतानि सर्वाणि गणसूत्राणि नाम्ना ज्ञायन्ते.
So in Dhatupata we have Sutra also. They are called Gana Sutra. I think we have seen Dhatupata, I think. We have Dhatupata, right? All of us, I think, must have seen Dhatupata. We have used. So not now, but long back, huh? Yeah, because recent time we didn't use it at all. Dhatupata, you remember the Dhatupata? This is Dhatupata. Written by Pani Maharishi. Huh? See, since long time we have not seen Tinganta, but in the beginning we saw, right? All the Kriya Padams, Tingantas, etc.
Yes.
Without Sutra, in fact, that time. Even with Sutra also
Sutra.
we must have seen.
No, without Sutra we saw.
Yeah.
Didn't you see Kattari Sarvadatikeshap and all those things? Pavakarmanoho. Yes.
Okay, that I have heard.
It heard. Okay. What about Dhatupata? Have you seen the Dhatupata?
Yeah, we have seen.
We have seen
In fact, some of the dhatus we were reading and.
Yeah, we are reading or chanting. Ganeshi, what do you think? Remember?
No, Shaji.
No.
Kosha, I think we went through. But
Yeah, Dhatu Kosha we have seen. You sent us the soft copy also.
Okay,
This
fine. No problem. So this is a Dhatupata. Okay, we will see. I have an introduction to Dhatupata. Maybe next class we will see. This is Dhatupata. So Dhatupata, list of Dhatus are there. I'll explain this. And in the Dhatupata, we have some Gana Sutram also is there. That's what he says here. Charkaritam, etc. In the Kandavadi Gana, or even other, you can see. These are Gana Sutram listed in the Dhatupata. It's not many, some are there. Charkaritam cha, which is the 10th, I think so. So you can see Dhatu with the Dhatu Artha. Dhatu Artha will be in Saptami Vibhakti. So in the meaning of Dhatu, these are all Vishesh Saptami. In the meaning of the Dhatu, in the meaning the Dhatu is used. So then, okay, you can see that later maybe that Dhatus, there are some Gana, the Sutra also is there. Not a big Sutra, but some Sutrams are there. These are called Gana Sutrani. That's what he says here. Dhatupata we have Charkarintam cha Swadeham is Swadigana, fifth conjugation. Akusmyaha, I think Akusmyaha just went. We saw Akusmyaha, Atmanepadinaha, they're all Gana Sutraha. Akusmyaha, those dhatus are Atmanepadi dhatus. Like that, we have Gana Sutra in the Dhatupata. We will see that what it is the next class. Dhatupata will explain. Please read. Continue.
अद्यतन काले उपलब्धे धातुपाठे धातवः अर्थेन सह एव विद्यन्ते. That's what it is. परन्तु पाणिनिना मूलरूपेण यः धातुपाठः विरचितः तस्मिन् अर्थाः नैव आसन्, अपि तु एतान् अर्थान् भीमसेनः इत्याख्य कश्चन अर्वाचिसः वैयाकरणः तत्र संस्थापितवान् इति पण्डितानां सामान्यं मतम्.
Yeah, please continue. You can read.
धातुपाठे विद्यमानाः एते अर्थाः केवलं निर्देशस्वरूपिणः सन्ति धातूनां प्रयोगस्य सर्वान् अर्थान् न गृह्णन्ति इति अपि तेषाम् अभिप्रायः. The meanings of
What is the meaning? Yeah.
the meanings of dhatus available in the dhatu part are purely indicatory in nature and should neither to be considered exhaustive nor precise.
Okay. So the Dhatu Pata, what we saw just now, Dhatu Pata, that is a Chokamba publication. That is Panini Dhatu Pata. Arthena Saha Eva Vidyante. In the publications in the recent times, you can see almost all the Dhatu Patas. Dhatu Pata will have along with the meaning. For example, this is just a sample I'm giving, ninth conjugation. Decreeing Dravya Vinimaye. Dravya Vinimaye is the meaning of the Dhatu. So Dravya means objects, vastu, any object. Vinimaya is distribution. So Dravya Vinimaya is distribution means Kri Dhatu. Kri means to buy. Vikri means Vipurvaka, to sell. So Dravya Vinimaya, in the meaning of Dravya Vinimaya, Dravya Vinimaya Saptama Vibhat. In the meaning of Vishay Saptama. In the meaning of Dravyanam Vinimayaha, Dravya Vinimaye, in the meaning of Dravya Vinimaye, Dhatu Dukring is used. Prayujyate. That is the meaning. So all you will see like that. So means, for example, Imsayam. Imsayam in the sense of causing harm. Dhatu mean is used. So here we have Nakara as Ita letter. Therefore we can know it is Ubepadi. And do is Ita letter. Do has got some other purpose. Ita letter. That is also Ita letter. By Sota Adiki Nitu Davaha. By that Ita letter. Now, here what he says is, in the Dhatu Pata, we have the meaning of the Dhatu. But Pranini Maharishi has not written with the meaning. Adyatana Dhatu Pate, Dhatu Pate, Dhatunam, Avalihi, Asti, Tatra, Artaha api dattaha santi. Kintu Pranini etavat na kritaha. Moola rupena, Pranina yaga Dhatu Pataha virajitaha. That Dhatu Pata which Pranini Maharishi had composed, had written, Tasmin, the Dhatu Pata Artaha Naiva, meanings were not there. Apitu Etan Bhimasenaha Ityakyaha Kascha. Bhimasenaha is Bhimsen Shastri. Bhimsen Shastri, that by me Vyakaranam. He has written in that by me, the name Bhimsen Shastri, the name of the person. Bhimasenaha. That's what Bhimsen is there. So he has written in Hindi, not in Sanskritam. It's explained. Siddhanta Kaumudi, Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi in 6 volumes. This is that book alone we have used. We have used in the beginning to refer to the sutras. He has explained elaborately in Hindi. The book will be in Hindi only. So, Arvachina means reason Vayyakarnas. Reason means not. Bhimsen Shastri was, relatively now he's not there. He has done a great job, Bhimsen Shastri. So like that, many were the Vayyakarnas, reason Vayyakarnas. So they have added by them Tatra Stapita Iti Panditanam Samanyam Matam. This is the opinion, general opinion of the Panditas, that Vayyakarnas, reason Vayyakarnas have added the meaning of the Dhatu Pata. Originally, the meanings were not there. So Dhatu Pata Vidyamana Hayate Artaha Keval Nirdesha Sarupina Santi Dhatunam Prayogasi Sarvan Artha Na Grunandityai Api Tesham Apiprayaha. Important it is. So whatever meanings, you see Dhatu Pata, don't confine Dhatu only to that meaning. They're all popular meanings. Dhatunam Anekartaha. Dhatunam Anekartaha. Dhatu has got many meanings. So whatever meanings are given, these are all the known popular meanings. So we cannot confine Dhatu only to this meaning. Depending on the usage which we see in the literature, we can come to know the meaning of the Dhatu. In that meaning, the Dhatu is popular, the meaning of the dhatu. In other meanings also could have been used in the literature. We don't know. So in those meanings, these dhatus were used. So therefore, they have seen the popular meaning, and then therefore they have given that meaning to the dhatu. It doesn't mean the dhatu is used only in that meaning. Other meanings are also possible. We cannot confine dhatu only to that meaning alone. That's what it means. But of course, for us it is helpful. We know from that only we know this meaning dhatu is used. That is why he has given meaning explanation. Meaning it's the translation itself he has given dhatu nam. That is dhatus which are available in dhatu pata. It's only purely the meanings talking about. Okay, they are only indicatory. They are only general. It's not very precise. Don't confine the dhatu only to that meaning alone, because dhatus have got many meanings. So therefore, iti tesham iti panditanam avipraya. This is the avipraya, the opinion of the panditas. So dhatu pata vidyamananam ete artaha, those meanings which are then dhatu pata, it is only an indicator. Nirdesha swarupinaha santi. Therefore, dhatu nam prayogasya, in the prayoga of the dhatu, sarvan arthan, all the meanings are not included in the dhatu pata. Iti panditanam avipraya. Last one, please read.
धातुपाठस्य केचन पाठभेदाः अपि विद्यन्ते. एतेभ्यः त्रयः पाठभेदाः वैयाकरणैः विशेषरूपेण अधीयन्ते. क्षीरस्वामिना विरचितः.
Up to that. Ksheetarangini dhatu pata. Okay. So dhatu patasya, there are many dhatu patas are there. Trayaha pata vedaha vayyakaranahi vishesha rupena adhiyante is these three forms of dhatu pata which are famous. By Vayyakarana, it is adhiyante studied by Vayyakarana, the grammarians, three dhatu patas. Dhatu patasya kechana pata veda. There are different readings are there in the dhatu pata, but the Vayyakarnas, the vishesha rupena, they study three readings of the dhatu pata. What are they? Ramaji, please read. The three dhatu patas which are famous.
क्षीरस्वामिना विरचितः क्षीरतरङ्गिणी धातुपाठः मैत्रेयरक्षितेन विरचितः धातुप्रदीपः तथा च सायणाचार्येण विरचिता माधवीयधातुवृत्तिः इति.
So three are there. Madhavya Dhatu Vritti published by Sringeri Mutt is there. One big book, yellow color book. That Madhavya Dhatu Vritti. I have my own soft hard copy. That Madhavya Dhatu Vritti. My teacher gave when I was studying. It's written by Sayanacharya. And Ksheetarangini is another Dhatu Pata. Some places it says, according to Ksheetarangini, he says this is a meaning. Even in the Dhatu Pata here itself, the Pani Dhatu Pata published by Chokamba, the footnote itself sometimes he gives Ksheetarangini. Ksheetarangini, that is that Pata Veda, if at all, if it is there. Suppose, for example, you can see the screen, 25. Dhatu Pradeepa Karahatu Dru Ityapi Svikaroti. Did you see that? Dhatu Pradeepa Karaha means referring to that the Pata Veda, Dhatu Pata Veda, that Dhatu Pradeepa, one type of Dhatu Pata, written by that the Acharya Maitreya. Treya Rakshita. So by him, Dhatu Pradeepa. So he takes a particular Dhatu, as we saw there, maybe Dru, something like that. So therefore, Pata Veda Santi. These are the three Pata Veda, of course. Pariniya Dhatu Pata is, that is what we refer, famous. So Dhatu Pata is here. Please read.
सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याम् अपि कश्चन धातुपाठः भट्टोजीदीक्षितेन स्थापितः अस्ति. यद्यपि एतेषु
Bhattaji Dikshita, the author of Siddhanta Kaumudi. So here also, by him also, Dhatu Pataha is given. In Siddhanta Kaumudi, he has given a Dhatu Pata. So therefore, there are different readings. The Bhattoji Dikshita Dhatu Pataha, which is there in Siddhanta Kaumudi, Madhavi Dhatu Pratihi, Dhatu Pradipaha, Shirataragini, and Panini Dhatu Pata also is there, right? Also, please see.
यद्यपि एतेषु सर्वेषु अपि पाठभेदेषु विद्यमानाः धातवः प्रायेण समानाः एव, तथापि देशकालभेदम् उच्चारणभेदं च अनुसृत्य तत्र केचन भेदाः अपि अवश्यं दृश्यन्ते.
So, even though the different Patabedas are there, but meanings are almost same one.
Same.
Desha Tatapi Desha Kala Vedam Ucharana Vedam Chanusitya. Desha Kala Vedam, the time difference, the time they live, and also the difference, the Ucharana Vedam, the pronunciation, that Swara Veda, that also is seen. Okay.
Khyamitam
Yes.
Shanti.
Yeah.
Just curious to know this in Bhajagovindam Adi Shankaracharya quote Dukrin Karane.
Yeah.
So Dukrin, that meaning is also given, Karane. So it is quoted from a Dhatu Pata with meaning.
Yes, yes. Quoted from the Dhatu Pata, any Dhatu Pata you take, Dukring will be, that is, I think the meaning is Karane only. If you check the Dhatu Pata, Paniniya, Dhatu Pata, Dukring belongs to which conjugation? Eighth conjugation.
Eighth.
If you see eighth conjugation,
Eighth.
not sixth, eighth conjugation.
Eighth.
Ganavikarna is here we have Dukring. Where is that? You see the screen.
Yes.
11th one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dukring.
So the meanings were there at that time also. The meanings.
Of course, yeah. Panini Maharshi was long before even Shankaracharya, right? 5,000 years before we say. Even 5,000 just a number, even before that.
So the original didn't have meanings. You said
Yeah.
Bhimsen Shastri added the meanings, you said. So,
No, Bhimsen Shastri, like that modern, Vayakana who came before, they added. And Shankaracharya times also, maybe that Bhajagovindam, that could have become the, been the reference for Vayakana who came later to consider the meaning of the Dukring to be Karane. Or Karane, it is not Karane, it is not written, but in that meaning, the Dhatu is used, was used, it is being used. So therefore, Dukring Karane. See, another thing is Bhajagovindam, whether we don't know which Shankaracharya wrote also, recent Shankaracharya or Adi Shankaracharya, we don't know that also. But Dukring Karane, yes, the Dhatu Pata, along with the meaning of the Dhatu, the very phrase is used in that Grantha, Prakana Grantha. Dukring Karane.
This
Yes.
is Dukru, no? The other one we saw was Dukrin, Kri Dhatu.
That
This is
Kri, Dukring Karane. Not Dukring Karane, Dukring Karane. Eighth conjugation. Karoti. Karoti comes from this part.
Yeah, both are different.
Yeah, that is Dravya Vinimaya. This is Karane. Karane in the sense of doing, Dhatu, Kri is used. In the sense of Dravya Vinimaya, Kri, Dhatu, ninth conjugation is used. So Dhatu, Artha, the meanings maybe would have been there in those times, but not written. That meanings are there, right? Prevalent. In that meaning only Dhatus were used. But not written.
Vyakaranas gave many Dhatu Patas.
Vyakarana, because they know, they would have studied a lot of Granthas, Kavyas, therefore they know in what meaning they have used. And therefore they have, for the sake of the future generation, they have added the meaning also. Let us not struggle with finding the meaning. Therefore, they have helped us by giving their meaning. But the problem is we should not think that meaning only to those meanings only the dhatus are confined. Therefore, we should not confine the dhatus only to those meanings which are mentioned in the dhatu pata. We can take those meanings. In addition to that, other meanings are also possible. In the context, we have to see and then consider other meanings also. That's why there is a phrase, Dhatunam anekartaha iti That is a phrase is there. Dhatus have got many meanings. Okay, please continue.
अतएव धातूनां समग्ररूपेण संख्या नैव वक्तुं शक्यते सामान्यरूपेण 2000 धातवः सन्ति इत्यनेन एव अलम्.
So how many dhatus are there? How do we say? How can we say? Can say approximately only, because there are different dhatu pata and the dhatu patas were not printed and all in the form of a manuscript also. So while copying from one taking copies, suppose if I want a copy, then I have to, if I want the dhatu pata, I have to copy the whole thing. So that's how from one, from the original, so many duplicates were made. They're all written. That is why even if the original is lost, the duplicate was there. That's how our scriptures survived. Otherwise, what would have happened? So that no printing was there. So you have a whole grantha to be copied. Generally, the brahmacharis will do those times. Probably the brahmacharis would have missed something or would have added. I know this all possible. So that's why we have different Vedas, Pata Veda. Even some shloka and all also we say in Devi Mahatmya, there's some Pata Veda. So in one manuscript, probably it was there, in other it is manuscript. They're all manuscripts only, copies of manuscript. The differences are there because they're copied from the original. So while copying that, there could have been some negligence, something could have added or removed, possible. Okay, therefore, precise we cannot say. Therefore, number of dhatus, these are the dhatus, the number of dhatus, we cannot say. Dhatu also differ, numbers also differ from dhatu pata to dhatu pata. But generally we accept 2000 dhatus are there, approximately 2000 dhatus. Yeah, please read.
धातुपाठ्येषु विद्यमानानां धातूनां क्रमः विशिष्टं हेतुं मनसि निधाय पाणिनिना विरचितः अस्ति. तथापि अयं क्रमः सूत्रक्रमसदृशः नैव महत्त्वपूर्णः.
So, you understand the meaning?
Yeah.
First he has written Bhu, first dhatu. Bhu sattaya. Next dhatu, if you see, Bhu is a parasmipadi dhatu. Next one is Eda Vriddho. You see the dhatu pata. First dhatu of the first conjugation, and that becomes the name of the dhatu itself, dhatu pata itself. Vad, that is the gana itself, the dhatu pata, the gana itself, Vadi ganaha. The name of the gana indicates the dhatu of the first dhatu of that conjugation. That is the gana. The group is named after the first dhatu of that conjugation. Bhu, Adi. Adi means etc. I mean a list of dhatus. So Bhu is the first dhatu, and there are other dhatus, the list of dhatus following the dhatu Bhu, that is Vadi ganaha. So the name of the gana is after the first dhatu of the group. Now here, Bhu sattayam, Bhu dhatu, parasmipadi dhatu. Next dhatu, Eda Vriddho. Why he didn't list all the parasmipadi dhatus together and atmanipadi dhatus, then finally together? There is some reason is there. Certain, if you remember, in Samprasaranam, Yajadinam, Achisvapi Yajadinam Kiti, one sutram is there. Remember, when Kit Pratyaya follows, which dhatu, and Yajadi Gana. So by saying Yajadi, you can group those dhatus under Yajadi. Yajadi is a subgroup. So those dhatus will undergo Samprasaranam and follow the Kit Pratyaya. Right? So, like that, keeping in mind what operations will happen. So dhatus could have been put together. But that is one thing. That is based on particular operation. In other places, there is no any particular order. Dhatu Pateshu Vidyamanam Dhatunam Kramaha, the order of the Dhatus and Dhatu Pata, Pani Maharishi Visishtam Etum Manasi Nidaya, some Etu, like what I said, which is to be Ejadinam, Ejadigana, Dhatu will undergo Samprasaranam and followed by Kitpartha, keeping in mind those operations. Pani Maharishina, Vichitaha Asti, that Krama, the order, in that order, Pani Maharishi had written and placed dhatus in that order. But this Tatapi, even then, this Ayam Kramaha, this Krama is not so important as in the Sutra Pata. In the Sutra Pata, what happens? This is under particular Adhigara, right? The Sutram and the Anuvritis are there. There the order is important. But here in Dhatu Pata, it is not that much Mahatma Purnaha, that much important. Understand? So that's the difference he shows. In Sutra Pata, the order of the sutra is important. Suppose Samhitayam, for example, our known sutra, Samhitayam Adhikara Sutra, and Ekaha Purva Parayoga, another Adhikara Sutra. Right? So therefore Samhitayam Ishe, Ekaha Purva Parayoga, that is important. They come as the Adhikara Sutra, and there are some Anuvritti also. Eco-energy, for example, Achi coming as Anuvritti. So for the sutra which comes after Ekaf Purva Parayoga, all these words are important. Therefore, we cannot, we cannot flip the order of the sutra. That order of the sutra in the Sutra Pata has got certain significance, but that is not so in the case of Dhatu Pata. Even though there some significance is there, but not that much as much as we see in the Sutra Pata. You follow? That's what he says here.
Question.
Okay, please continue.
Yeah. सूत्रपाठे यथा सूत्राणां क्रमम् अनुसृत्य पूर्वपरत्वम् असिद्धत्वं वा वर्तते तथा धातुपाठे न एव किञ्चित् विद्यते.
It's clear, right?
Yeah.
We have got Purvatra Siddham, right?
विप्रतिषेधे परं कार्यम्.
Param Karyam, all those things are there. But what about in Dhatu Pata? We don't have any such things. Therefore, there is Krama is important in the Sutra Pata, but here it is not. It not means not that it is completely not there. Under Ejadi, suppose for example, Ejadi Gana I told, there itself the Dhatus can be kept in any order. It's not a problem. But the Ejadi should be in one place. So those Dhatus, when followed by Kit Pratyaya, will undergo Samprasana. But within the Ejadi, Dhatus, why should be in the same order? There is no such requirement. You can there is no order as the order is required in the case of sutras. So in sutras only we have Asiddhatva Adhikara and Purvapara, all those things are there. But Dhatu Pata, we don't have such krama, that niyamas are there. Therefore, there is no strict krama also. Yes.
अतः धातुपाठस्य धातूनां क्रमपरिवर्तनं क्रियते चेदपि नैव दोषाय.
There is no dosha. There is no problem in the changing the order of the sutras in the Dhatu Pata. What difference it's going to make? Does it cause any big change? Does it will it result in any wrong derivations? Nothing. It's not like that. So no, there is no anuvritti, there is no purvapara, there is no asiddha, nothing like that, right? So that will not create any problem. It means that dhatus have, the krama is not that much significant as in the Sutra Pata. Sutras have got krama, but here we don't have such order. First of all, these are not sutra. Okay, these Dhatu Pata, nothing but the list of dhatus. When the dhatus are grouped, that grouping is important. Certain dhatus within the Gana itself, it grouped means that group has got some significance. That group will undergo certain changes in the given context. Whatever they may be changes. Samprasaran, as I said, one example, Samprasaran. There is another group in the 10th conjugation, Adantaha, that all the dhatus are ending with Akara. So that you will see Achif Paraspin Puravido by that. like the 10th conjugation, we have kata become katayati, not katayati, ganayati only. So those are clubbed together in the dhatu part. Yeah, please read.
यथा केषुचन नूतनसंस्करणेषु धातवः अन्वेषणसौलभ्यार्थम् क्रमेणापि स्थापिताः सन्ति तदपि समीचीनमेव.
You understand the meaning?
Yes, Ji.
What's the meaning? In
What
some
are-
Nutana Samskara means some new publications, you will see dhatus are arranged in alphabetical order so that it is easy to trace the dhatu.
Yeah.
Locate the dhatu. Anveshana Solabhyartham Akaradi Kramena in the alphabetical order. Like our dhatu kosha. See, dhatu kosha we prepared, right? I mean, the senior students, they prepared dhatu kosha, which is in English copy, right? So, which is in the alphabetical order. So, therefore, that also is fine.
Correct.
Dhatu kosha is, I've got all the details. Dhatu, Set dhatu, Vet dhatu, Atmanipadi, or Parasmipadi, and all the other details are also there. Yeah. Please read.
भूवादयः इति शब्दे वकारग्रहणस्य प्रयोजनम्.
Yeah, this will, hold on. Here, this we will see. Maybe in the next class we will see this. What is the importance of the Bakara Grahanasya in the Sutra? Va is there? What is this Va? So about that, some discussion is there. Va could be taken as Va, Vati of the second conjugation, the Dhatu, Va Dhatu. Iti one Paksha, one opinion is there. And there is another opinion also, that is what is the other opinion? Okay, I have to read this. So that it is given. We will see that what it is, what its why is. No. From this point we can read in the next class. This is very elaborate. We can read from the Tadhyayit relation. Yes, Ramaji, from here you read.
Okay.
Yes, some.
प्रसिद्धाः केचन धातवः. प्रवेशः सर्वेषां पदानां मूलं रूपं धातुः. तिङ् प्रत्ययादयः धातुभ्यः एव योज्यन्ते. अस्मिन् प्रकरणे केषाञ्चित् प्रसिद्धानां धातूनां परिचयं प्राप्नुमः. एतान् धातून् अवलम्ब्य एव अग्रिमेषु प्रकरणेषु प्रत्ययानां योजनं प्रदर्श्यते.
So, any pada you take, Sarvesham Padanam, whether it is Tingantam or Subantam, the root is Dhatu only. Every word has its etymological root in the Dhatu only, etymological derivation from the Dhatu only. Like Rama, for example, Ram Dhatu, right? Hari, Hari Dhatu. So, to the Dhatu only, the Ting Pratyadaha, Hari Padat, Krut, etc. Sanadi. Sanadis are not Krut, Sanadis are not Krut. Sanadi is a different pratyaya. So those pratyayas are added. Ayojyante. So in this prakarana, Keshanchit Prasiddhanam Dhatunam Parichayam will get some parichaya, some introduction to the dhatus. We'll see. We'll get an etan dhatu navalambya agrimeshu prakarneshu pratyayanam yojanam pradeshyate. So it is shown that in the Agrima Prakarana, that different pratyayas, pratyayanam yojanam etan dhatu navalambya. So here he is giving some dhatus, and they, depending the etan dhatu navalambya, taking these dhatus, in the upcoming prakarana, dhatunam pratyayanam yojanam has shown the addition of pratyayas. So not all dhatus will take all the pratyaya, like in the case of kritya pratyayas, for example. The dhatus are ajanta, halanta, we can classify. Ajanta dhatu will take yat pratyaya. Halanta dhatu will take
Nyat.
nyat pratyaya. Of course, one exception is the rikara also. Rikaranta dhatu will take nyat. And within that also there are many exceptions. So, dhatu labalambya pratyaha yojyante. Right? But even the Atmanepada pratyaya, for example, for the Atmanepadi dhatu, so dhatu navalambya. And Parasmepadi dhatu will take Parasmepada pratyaya, dhatu navalambya. So that is, it says Tadashyate, it is shown. Okay, please read. Dhatuhu.
धातुः एतानि वाक्यानि पश्यत पाणिनिः सूत्राणि अकरोत् सज्जनाः गुणान् प्रशंसन्ति विद्या विनयं ददाति तत्पुरुषाः परार्थं चिन्तयन्ति यत्नेन कार्याणि सिद्ध्यन्ति न मनोरथैः
Okay.
अत्र
Akarot. Dhatu is.
कृ धातु
Kru
Dhatu.
Okay, which lakara is that?
Lam
Eighth.
lakara.
लकार
Lang lakara, akarot. And next one, Prashamsanti. Dhatu is.
Shams dhatu.
Shamsatu.
पूर्व
Upasarga.
Lat lakara bahuvachan.
Lat bahuvachan.
Which conjugation dhatu is?
Shams.
Shams dhatu.
Shams.
Upadeshika dhatu also. It is Shamsi or just a Shams. Important, that also we have to know. It is, dhatu is Shams only. It is not Shamsi. No, it's not Idit. It's Idit dhatu, sorry. The two types of dhatus are the first conjugation. Okay, Shams. Not it. Yeah. Idit dhatu also is there. Udit dhatu also is there. Okay, Shams Prashamsanti, to praise. In the sense of stuto, it is not Idit dhatu. First conjugation only. Dadati, which conjugation?
Third.
So you can see the
Duplications there.
Chintayanti.
10th gana dhatu.
Tenth.
Chitti.
Churadi.
Chitti Anumagama comes
Churadika.
chitti.
You will see after ya a vowel. That it means you take the vowel also. You will have I, right? Aya. If aya is there, then it's 10th conjugation. Otherwise, it is, if ya alone is there and preceded by a consonant, it must be fourth,
Fourth.
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
So if I is there before, it means ayadi sandhi has happened.
अयादि संधि
Ayadi sandhi means it must have been before that ayadi sandhi. Of course, guna must have happened, and that guna letter must be there. Either ye,
A-R-O.
then ayadi sandhi happened. Siddhyanti. Okay, now you see Siddhyanti. Before ya, what is there?
Alanta.
Therefore, the dhatu must be belonging to
Fourth.
fourth conjugation, Siddhyanti. Okay. And you know, all the words Paninihi, Sajjanaha, Vidya, Satpurushaha, and here Karyani, they're all Pratama Vibhakti, Pratipadika, Talinga Parimana Vachane Pratama, Sutrani, Gunan, Vinayam, and Parartham,
कर्मकार
Yeah.
Karmakara. All these are Karmaha, Karmakaraka, Kartuhugi, Chitam Karma. Okay. And Yatnena Karyani, Yatnena.
Tritiya. Karanakara.
Kartrukaranayastra.
Kartrukarana.
Tritiya. So you have to take it as Kartrukaranayos Tritiya. Yatrena Karyani Siddhyanti. See, Siddhyanti, some like Nashyati, and that's a peculiar one. That is all Dhatu also. So Karyani is Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachana. It is not Karmani Prayoga. Okay. Yatrena is, you have to take it as Karana, not Karta. Otherwise, what will happen? If Karta is in Tritiya, then it is Karmani Prayoga, right?
कर्मणि प्रयोग
Karyani Yatnena Siddhyanti. Yatna is Karanakaraka. Okay. Fine. Next. Who wants to read? Who's left out? Sushiraji, your throat is all right? Okay.
I have to read.
Okay, please read.
Atra
I can read.
Okay, Parvati, read it and you can read. Yeah.
Okay.
अत्र स्थूलाक्षरैः निर्दिष्टैः पदैः क्रिया अवगम्यते अतः तानि क्रियापदानि इति कथ्यन्ते। एतेषां क्रियापदानां मूलं रूपं किम्? क्रियापदानां मूलं रूपं धातुः भवति। धातुभ्यः तिङ् प्रत्ययानां योजनेन क्रियापदानि सिद्ध्यन्ति.
Okay. At Stolaksharehi Nirdishtehi Padahi. The above 5 sentences you can see in bold letters. So Kriya Avagamyate, action is Avagamyate, understood, right?
Yes.
So Tanik, what are they called? They are called Kriya Padani. Kriya Padam is a Sanya. We don't have such Sanya in Sutapata. Then what we have in Sutrapata? Only Padam Sanya is there. Suptingantam Padam only. Right? We don't have Kriya Padam. Kriya Padam is like Sarvadhatu Kalakara, Adadhatu Kalakara, we use those terms, not the Sanya. Okay, please continue.
Karot, kr plus th, then prashamsanti, shams plus anti, dadati, da plus ti, chintayanti, chinti plus anti, siddhyanti, siddh plus anti. Atra kr, shams, da, chinti, siddh ityete dhatavah. T, anti, ti, itye.
Not tu, you have to say Takara.
Takara, I
Tu,
should say.
yeah, tu means cannot read it if you are consonant, right?
Okay. Takara, anti, ti ityete ting pratyayaha. Dhatavah dvividaha aupadeshikaha atideshikaha iti purvam uktam. औपदेशिकधातवः धातुपाठे लभ्यन्ते आतिदेशिकधातवः केषाञ्चित् प्रत्ययानां योजनेन भवन्ति.
Pura Muktam, Kutra Uktam. Anyway, we have probably would have said, we have conveniently forgotten. It's okay. That's what we are reading now. Bhuvadayo Dhatavaha. Or maybe in the beginning you would have said, right? Dhatu Pata.
Yes.
Dhatu must have been
First book maybe.
in the first volume. I think maybe in the Karaka Prakama, maybe I think we have to check. Yes, would have said that.
Yeah. Dhatu
So the
sorry.
yeah. So the Upadeshika and Adideshika, that's Upadeshika only, that sutra we are seeing.
Yes.
Okay. And Adideshika dhatus are derived dhatus. Okay, I think this also we'll stop here.
Yes.
And from next class, we'll read from, not Monday. What is it today? Not Monday, Friday we will read. From Bhuvadayo Dhatavaha. From the sutra, here Bhuvadayo Dhatavaha from the website, is from here we will read. And also from the Ashtadhyayi Pravesha. From here. Okay, this is a very elaborate introduction to dhatus. The beginning we will see, and we will follow these dhatus, the list of, the sutras, the list of sutras in this order. So, a lot of sutras are there in this order for all the lakaras of all the conjugations in this order. So, we will see each sutra elaborately as given in the website and also from other sources. Okay, it will take time to get into the prakriya. First, we have to be familiar with what the sanyas are and what are the lakaras, in which meaning lakaras are used. So then we will see this. After that, we will see pratyaya, what pratyayas undergo changes. First, we will see for the fourth conjugation, already we would have seen, but we have to see four conjugations. 4 conjugations are 1, 4, 6, 10, adantangaha. After that, other conjugations for sarvadhatu kalakara, that we can do quickly. Then other conjugations, and then adadhatu kalakara, then kridanta. So this is how we are going to see. It will go for years. So this is just the beginning. Okay, we'll stop here.
Yeah, we will continue the same thing in next Friday class, no?
Yeah, next Monday we will read Karaka Vikti Prakaranam. Once we complete, then both the classes we will see. Karaka Vikti Prakaranam, some exercise also to be done. We'll do that.
Okay.
So Monday we will do Karaka Vikti Prakaranam, then reading that we are reading the write-up, right? That we will complete.
Yes.
stop here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhanyavadah.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶಾಖಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಅಜ್ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.